I'm here at the beautiful Maison Dupuis Hotel in the historic French Quarter of New Orleans, and their restaurant, Le Meritage, is playing host to the 5th annual French Quarter Wine Festival. So let's go in the restaurant, meet the chef, and talk about this exciting celebration. Hi, Chef Farrell.
Hi, Mary.
It's so great to be back at Le Meritage with you. This time talking about food pairings with wine. Last time we just talked about your food, because the French Quarter Wine Festival focuses on food pairings and combining the food and the wine.
That's right.
The wine festival is so exciting. Where did it all begin?
It all started in 2006, was our first wine festival.
And this year is going to be even bigger and better.
Bigger and better. We have over 200 labels of wine presented. We're going to block off Burgundy, the street behind the hotel. It's going to be a bigger and better party than last year. And
the grand opening night is March the 18th on a Friday, and it runs through May.
That's correct.
But you know, the grand opening is going to be exciting because you have a stage, and I hear Rebirth's going to play. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's right. We have actually 3 bands that night.
And I can't imagine, but wines from around the world and winemakers.
That's right. That's the best part of the wine festival for us.
Well, you have a beautiful display here of wine and food pairings. Why don't you walk us through?
Sure. I have a shrimp and grits here with a tasso red-eye gravy, and I'm serving that today with a duckhorn Sauvignon Blanc decoy. Another signature dish on my menu is the rossini, which is a beef tornado with a piece of foie gras on top. I'm serving that actually with a Cabernet from Silver Oak, which is here. I have another plate that I serve in the restaurant, which is a braised short rib on butter poached potatoes with a basil gremolata, and I'm serving that with an Argentinian Malbec, which is called Basca.
Well, there's certainly an art to the pairing because you have to know the reds and the whites and what goes with what. There's even dessert wines, is that true?
Absolutely. We pair all our desserts with wines, after dinner wines, ice wines, ports, any number of things. Fantastic.
And Le Meritage has a wine expert. It's a wine steward called a sommelier.
That's correct.
And I think you have him here today, and we want to go over there and learn a little bit more about wines, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
Sounds great.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
Just what is a wine sommelier?
Well, a sommelier is a student of wine. I like to think of it as. In a restaurant setting, a sommelier is the wine server, the wine selector. Here at the Maison Dupuis, I'm in charge of the wine program. So that entails, selecting wines, serving wines, recommending wines to guests at tables.
That's great. And speaking of explore, how does one explore the many layers in great wines?
Well, let's demonstrate. Sommeliers like myself like to use a method that we call deductive tasting. First, you start with sight. I like to use here, we have a white piece of paper. You hold the glass up to it and you take a look at it. Now you see right now how dark in color that is compared to other wines. Some Pinot Noirs might be much lighter. Obviously, white wine is going to be more silvery. So that's your first indicator, sight. You can tell this is a dark, rich wine just by its color. Then we can swirl the wine, just activates it, oxygenates it a little, lets the bouquet come out, and then you can go ahead and smell the wine.
I find white wines are a little more tart than the red wines are, not necessarily, because I like sweet wines.
Well, they can be. White wines can go anywhere from very full-bodied and buttery to very dry and tart, like a Sauvignon Blanc. But white wines, I find, are very unexplored. Not to go off on a tangent, but there is a wide realm, including white Burgundies and aged white wines that are very rich and often overlooked.
Okay, the art of drinking wine would be sipping wine, or I see some people actually gulp wine, but I think the sipping is the way it should be done.
Well, I think you can savor it more. The slower you drink it and the more you allow it to cover your taste buds. And a lot of people will run it through their mouth a few times before they swallow it to explore the taste.
Kevin, we have winemakers from around the world, I understand, at the Wine Festival this year. What are some of the wine makers that are coming from around the world?
Well, we cover the gambit this year. It's a great festival, 14 wine dinners all over the course of 2.5 months. We tasted Luigi Bosco, obviously from Argentina. We have Silver Oak, Opus One, Popular Wines, Cake Bread Cellars, Duckhorn Estates, Willa Kenzie, one of my favorite wines from the Northwest regions. We're all over the place, and it's all great producers. It's all winemaker driven. All fantastic wines. The dinners are going to be great.
Well, this is a place to be, and you've certainly done a great job in building the event every year. And as I said, this is your 5th annual.
5th annual, yes.
Well, we're going to talk to the chef now, and we're going to talk about the food pairings as he does so well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about the pairings here with the food.
The way I do pairings for the French Quarter Wine Festival or any wine festival, wine dinner, I taste the wine that the vintner sends me. I then bring out the characteristics of the wine. I take notes. I cork the wine. I then open it the next day, taste it again, and try to rough out a menu on the characteristics, the style of the wine, and then I start to pair foods with it and work the details out. But it's a long process.
Well, you know, this is a place to be, and I know to be here that night you have to have tickets, so I'm encouraging everybody to call for your reservations or it's going to be sold out. It's been great being here, and I'm going to be at the opening night at the wine festival, and we're now going to go over to the courtyard and we're going to meet a local winemaker who happens to be a doctor, and he's also going to be here with his wines.
Great. Well, Mary, 1 minute before you go, I'd like to give you a present. This is a bottle of your own private label. It's Maison Dupuis Chateau de Meri.
Oh, how cute. Chateau de Meri. I will be here opening night, the French Quarter Wine Festival, Le Meritage restaurant in the beautiful Maison Dupuis Hotel.
We look forward to it.